Hello everybody, it's Toad Milk and welcome back to more Fallout 4. Now, I didn't do too much building off camera. I think I only did enough to get to like level 9. And I can't remember what I put. Oh yeah, I put that into intelligence. So next level I can get my science perk. But I'll just run you through what I did real quick. Not much has changed. I still kept like this mainly the same design I did from what like the first or second episode, and then I just added this front part with a settlement beacon, and then I'm turning this into I'm turning the character's house into his the actual house. So I made a bed. That's basically it. I also like keeping my generators inside for whatever reason. But I just scrapped. I didn't really scrap that much, but yeah, I just put a guard post there, and I have a new settler. I didn't realize I had. I have two new settlers. Okay, I'm gonna make some beds for him or a bunk bed for him real quick. I didn't realize they had joined so quickly. There we go. But yeah, now I have a guard post up there. I haven't really. I'm probably not gonna do much on up there on the roof, other than maybe put like a turret or two. I think I might make this into like a little trader's post. But oh, I also reorganized my fence for the farm, which I have whatever his name is, whatever her name is, and Mama Murphy. I'm keeping it just like this, and I'll probably add more plants, mainly carrots. They don't produce as much. They don't really. None of these really produce a lot of food. But I just plan on using the carrots because they're smaller and you can fit more into a plot like this. And then I'll probably put some defenses up along here. My plan is eventually to kind of like basically wall off the area from here to here, and then kind of do the same to the areas over here. But last episode, if I get out of the building menu, I said I would be doing the cleansing the Commonwealth at the Super Duper Mart. And then I think I will go help the Ten Pines Bluff. Or no, wait, hold on. I'll hold out on doing the Ten Pines Bluff settler or settlement mission. But I'll do the Super Duper Mart because I feel like complaining about a job that I or my job, which if I don't know, did I say it? No. Oh yeah, it in one of my many badly done Lethal Company videos, I mentioned I worked at Walmart, and what better way to complain about Walmart than playing a video game where I'm going to be going to a fictional grocery store called Super Duper Mart. Now, for a little background, I joined Walmart because a friend was working, and I was only expecting to do like one type of job, which was what stocking associate. And from my understanding of the job when I started was I unload the general merchandise truck. And then once we sort everything out and get them all on their pallets and stuff, we then take them out to the sales floor and start putting them on the shelves with our assigned department, or in our assigned department with whatever coworker you're assigned with that day. For basically the past 2.5 weeks, almost 3 weeks, because at least my Walmart is so bad at hiring people to push carts. They've had me push carts for most of those 2.5 weeks. I think maybe 2 of those days they let me inside because they were like, "Yeah, you've been pushing carts way too much." Which at first I was like, okay, I don't mind. I even told my team lead to let me be the default cart pusher. They took that to like the next level because apparently I've been pushing carts like just enough that I think, yeah, yesterday when I was talking to one of our, I wasn't talking, but I passed by one of the people on the night shift, and they're like, "Wow, you're not pushing carts? I thought they made you do that permanently." Like I've pushed enough carts, even though that's not my like original job I'm supposed to be doing, to the point that the night team was like, "Yeah, I think you're pushing carts way too much," which made me sit down and think like, maybe I am pushing too many carts. And I mean, it's not like pushing carts is the worst thing in the world. It's boring, and sometimes it can be pretty tiring. But it could be worse. I could be stocking cosmetics with people I don't like, which I've had to do on a few occasions. But that's not what I want to complain about. So I've been pushing carts for a while, and when they do take me off of carts, I'm unloading the truck. And with the way they unload truck, they have a conveyor belt kind of like system. I don't really know what the actual term for it would be, but they have these lines that when they're plugged in, they have rollers that will move stuff along. You put a bunch of them in the trailer, and you have one person in the trailer stacking all the boxes on the lane or the line, as they're called, or lanes, depending on who you're talking to. And you have to make sure the boxes are all nice and neat, and they have a label facing up because they go underneath a scanner that will sort them out a bit. But the reason why it's like, okay, I'm not car pushing, that's great, but then I turn around and like, oh, you're throwing truck, which means I get to be that person in the trailer lifting everything ranging from like, say, a package of nail polish that or something like that to a whole freezer or mini freezer, like the chest freezers, or even like I think I put a lawnmower or a snowblower up. So it can range to some pretty heavy things. So I went from doing some type of physical labor that I don't mind doing back to what I originally was doing, which I also didn't mind doing. But when you've been doing this one type of physical labor and you're like completely sore from like the neck down because of it, and then they make you do more physical labor, like all I can say is my back has not felt good in like 2 months. And while I don't, I keep saying I don't mind it, I'm actually a little glad that I'm not at work today, at least. Because specifically speaking, I'm supposed to be at work. Or I would be at work if the beat up truck I drive did not want to break down for like, or no, if it didn't decide to break down, I would be at work. But you know how it is. You pull up, you're about to go inside to your lovely home. You decide, oh, I'll run. I forgot my thing. I'll run back out and grab whatever I left or my phone charger. That's what I left. And then I was like, my engine doesn't heat up enough to like overheat or steam. So I wonder what's going on because I saw some steam when I went to go back outside. Eventually check. Something like fell apart inside my vehicle because there was like I think coolant or like oil or something splattered all over the inside. I was so tired. I had spent so much time at work um, being moved around departments for the one day that they don't have me pushing carts that when I get home and I see this issue, I just immediately take a picture, send it to my dad. I'm like, something's wrong with the truck. I go right to bed. Like I don't even bother trying to figure out what to do. Because at that point, like, what can I do? I'm dead tired. I had work all day. Well, not all day, 2 to 11. So, and as much as I like Walmart, because it's pretty decent money at least. Oh, ugh. I don't want to see one of these ever again. Get that out of here. But yeah, it's not having a good time is what I can say. Cause if I'm not, cause with my truck breaking down again, I have no way of getting to work cause it's like a 30-minute drive for me. So I think I might have to end up quitting Walmart, which is sad because for those of you who may have worked or joined Walmart during COVID, they were offering $17 an hour. That's what I'm currently getting paid by Walmart, which is why I've always been so adamant on trying to find a way to get to work when my vehicle got or broke down or had to be put or got in the shop because that's 17 bucks an hour. And most of the time, you don't have to do a lot for it. But if I can't get and my vehicle won't get fixed till like or at the time of this video next week or a week will pass before I can get it fixed, which no bueno. Not good because that means I'm going to have to either find a new vehicle with what little money I have and I barely have like $1,000 maximum anymore. And once I pay bills, all that money goes away. And and it's like, oh, bills can't be that bad. Like I live in a camper, so they're not bad. I mean, I probably only pay like barely 700 a month with if I include all my utilities and the lot rent for where my camper's at. But put on vehicle repairs because you can all. Ugh. Anyways, enough complaining about bills. Normally, I stock shelves, and honestly, pretty fun. Because most of the time, I'm pretty friendly with most of my coworkers. So, and some of the coworkers I do work with, we all share like one singular brain cell on our team some days. Like, I'm surprised any work gets all done, but when we lock in, we lock in. And it's always pretty fun hanging out with people that are like working with people who are basically your friends because it makes work so much easier. But like I said, I'm surprised we get anything done. I mean, I think there was one time during one of the winters uh one of the trucks couldn't come in because of the weather or cuz like the person had to take a break or something, which I didn't mind. But when that happens, we don't really get much to do. Because once we're done, like, taking all the extra overstock that's been binned in the back and bringing it out, putting it on the shelf, we're told, some of us are told, like, oh, go make the aisles look nice, even though there's customers in the store, and that's an impossible task. But we do it anyways. But it's like, oh, yeah, go do this. Honestly, we just sit there and we just start talking. I think there was one time where I got in trouble because, or me and two other people got in trouble because, like, there was nothing to do, so we just stood there talking in the middle of an aisle, barely even doing any work. And I can't even remember what we were talking about. I think it was literally just talking about how, man, I wish we had work to do, but I also don't at the same time. That's always fun. I'm gonna assume that guy's alive. The ragdoll physics make it. Honestly, it's nice to detect ghouls because half the time they're laying down in a way that ragdoll physics do not allow. But yeah, there's a lot of times where we just stand and talk because if the weather's bad enough, we don't have anything to do. So it's like, what should we do? Well, nothing, I guess. And on the times where we do have stuff to do, uh, sharing one brain cell works just great. Uh, one of the times unloading the truck, uh, one of my coworkers was like, "I don't want to walk all the way over there, so could you stand over there and catch these boxes?" So he started throwing them, almost perfect, like a football, like almost perfect spiral too. And I was just like, "Man, this is so much fun." And immediately, as we started doing this thing that would get us in trouble, one of our team leads turned or walked around the corner. But because I've been lucky enough to have such cool team leads, they're just like, don't do that often, I guess. Also, I found out when I first started working there that you're not supposed to accept like food or money from people. I never accepted money. I knew that part was wrong, but I didn't know you were not supposed to accept Happy Meals from customers, which I found out after I accepted a Happy Meal from a guy covered like he was like I think he was like wearing hunting gear, but from like the chest downward he was covered in like dried mud, and he was sitting in a or some kind of, I think it was mud. He was from the chest down he was covered in like some kind of dirt or oil, and he was in a mobility scooter, and he just drove up to me when I was in the middle of working, and he's like, "Hey, do you want this Happy Meal? My friends got it for me, but I don't want it." And I was like, "Okay, sure." So I go hunt down one of my friends, and I'm like, "Hey, do you want to share this Happy Meal with me?" And we're both like super excited because like that's free food. And I open up the box, and okay, I was like, "Okay, cool. It's a cheeseburger and fries." The guy who gave me the Happy Meal took out the toy before he gave it to me. He didn't even leave the toy. But maybe he messed with the food. I was more worried that there was no toy, and when I found out that there was no toy, I was so disappointed. Like, you can't just give a random Walmart employee a Happy Meal and leave out the toy. I want toys too. Then again, I think now that I think about it, I think it was when the Buzz Lightyear movie just came out. So I think and I if I remember correctly, those toys weren't really that good. So I'm not like uber disappointed that it's bad, or that it was bad enough that they took out the toy. And in case you're wondering, nothing was wrong with the food, as I'm still alive and here. And last time I checked, my friend was also still alive. Uh, I think we split the. I don't think we split it properly, because I think he just took the French fries and I took the burger. So if they did something to one of those food items, one of us would have died. And seeing as I didn't even have so much as a stomach ache after that, I believe that they did not do anything to the food. Perhaps. Or maybe that's why I feel like I lose brain cells when I work with coworkers, because the mysterious stranger giving me McDonald's probably did something to me. That would explain a lot, probably. Oh, a legendary Ghoul Roamer. Combat knife. Never gonna use that. That guy did almost kill me though. That's also no bueno. And then I think like literally like 10 minutes after eating the McDonald or the Happy Meal, we walk into one of my bosses, or not yeah, we were walking to the spot that we were stocking for the day. We run into one of my team leads, and we're like, "Oh, hey, some customer gave me a Happy Meal," and he's like, "Oh, that's cool." He didn't tell me about how we're not supposed to accept bribes and we could get fired for that. And I even ran into my team coach at the time, when he was still working there, and I was like, "Yeah, I got a Happy Meal." And he's like, "Nice." And then I walk into the one team lead who's a little bit more serious with the rules, and he's like, You get fired for that." And I was like, "Oh." And he's like, "Don't let so and so, the team coach, know." And I was like, I looked at my friend who's working with me, and I was like, uh, apparently, I guess our team coach didn't mind. But that's also how I found out that there's certain people you work with that are a little bit more of a stickler for the rules. That's also how I found out how you're not supposed to accept food from a customer. Because apparently it's seen as bribery, or it could be seen as bribery. But in my honest opinion, uh, the cheeseburger and fries were worth it, even though it was McDonald's, like it was a Happy Meal, so it wasn't like the best, cause oh, I'm low on health. Well, blood pack. Let's do Jet, Med-X, Psycho, Purified Water, a Stimmy, and let's do I have something to increase my endurance? Does buff out increase endurance? Buff out, yeah, it does. There we go. I totally didn't take a whole pharmacy to kill that guy. Sadly, though, no other customers offered me food like that. He was the mysterious guy covered in mud in a mobility scooter was like the only one to do so. Slightly disappointed. I mean, yeah, it's a little weird, but like, hey, with how tight money can be at times like this, I would accept a lot of stuff from a stranger. That sounded wrong. I take that back. Don't quote me on that. Don't also live by that rule. That's probably not a good rule to live by. Just saying. Ooh, got no legs, Lieutenant Dan. I wonder, like, I know that there's quite a bit of super duper marts. Is that their take on like Walmart or just grocery stores in general? Is like, because like I know that like Nuka Cola, Coca Cola. I mean, the color scheme is kind of the same, except they have a hot lady in a rocket suit, and Coca Cola has a polar bear during Christmas. They also have Santas. Do you guys remember when they used to have Coca Cola in those orb shaped bottles? And it's like, oh, look at this, it's a decoration. That was scary. But like, it was meant to be shaped like a Christmas ornament, but in fact, it was just a bottle of Coca Cola. Like, I loved those things, but also, like, when I have soda or like water or even my favorite beverage, milk, um, I never feel satisfied with like the regular servings. I always feel like I have to have like double the amount, if not triple. Um, which is sadly why I get made fun of for drinking like gallons of milk at work. Cause I'll be on like what, a 15-minute break, and I sometimes will get like a gallon of milk, and everyone in my coworkers is like, you shouldn't be doing that. I'm like, why? It's like, because you're drinking like almost a whole gallon of milk in 15 minutes. There's something wrong with you. I'm like, well, no, it's milk. Milk is good for you, I think. Yeah, yeah. You know what? I stand by that. I think milk is good for everyone, unless you're lactose intolerant. But uh, you were just born with issues, and not as genetically strong as the rest of us. And then again, that's anyone that's allergic. That's like people allergic to. Actually, no. I'll make fun of people for being lactose intolerant, but if you're allergic to like peanuts, I won't make fun of that. The food allergies that could kill you, I won't make fun of. But like getting a grumbly stomach and like basically pooping your pants, I'll make fun of that all the time. Because imagine your biggest weakness being cheese. Imagine your weakness being a grilled cheese. Oh, people who can't have gluten and are lactose intolerant. Imagine, yeah, that's like a grilled cheese is like your one weakness at that point. Like I could just cook a grilled cheese and boom, you would have no way of stopping me. You ever wonder what like using food as a weapon would be like? Like would you make sure that it's like all nice and cooked or would you like haphazardly make it? Like if you were to have someone with a gluten allergy and like dairy or that was also lactose intolerant, would you take the time to make sure that all the cheese is evenly cooked and the bread is nicely toasted in your grilled cheese weapon? Or would you just be like, well, I'm not getting attacked with it, so I don't care, and then just haphazardly throw it? Because, like, I feel like I would take the time to make, like, the perfect grilled cheese before I attack someone who had a gluten and that was also lactose intolerant. But I also know that I'd have to make them eat it, so, like,
Got it.
I don't know. Tough question. If you knew someone with a food allergy and you had to attack them with the food that they're allergic to, what would be your choice of preparation for said like food, or and how would you go about facing your worst enemy who's like allergic to gluten or something, or dairy or peanuts? Cause I feel like if you have a peanut allergy, you could probably just slather your hand in peanut butter and then just like slap them once, like one nice backhand, like a Will Smith level "keep my wife's name out your mouth" kind of slap. Hmm. I guess ice cream would do well against lactose intolerant people, especially if they are very susceptible to getting like brain freezes and whatnot. Because then you could be like, haha, you're gonna poop your pants and you're gonna have a brain freeze while doing so. What was the point of me talking about allergies like that, or allergic reaction stuff? Probably wasn't a choice. Oh yeah, when I mentioned that my truck wasn't working, yeah, that means I might have to quit Walmart, which means I can't hang out with all the brain cell idiots. I think this cleansing the Commonwealth mission is pretty much done. So once I kill the few ghouls that are in here, um, actually, uh, I'm just gonna cut to me talking to Reese. So yeah, I'll see ya in like a bit. Go. Hello, buddy.
About time you showed your face. I take it that area's clear?
Uh huh.
Affirmative. That's what I like to hear. Here's your. As long as the Brotherhood's around, those abominations don't stand a chance. Take a breather if you need it. When you're ready, just say the word.
I'm gonna
I'm
say
not
no.
ready. All right. But remember, we can't afford to give those abominations too much slack.
Why is he nicer to me? Eh. Well, I think what I'll do is I'm gonna do a bit of exploring, to kind of gather some supplies. So what I want to do is I'm gonna gather some supply or like junk and stuff, and maybe a few caps. But if I remember correctly, there's a comic book in the junkyard near Sanctuary, which is I think a hot rod magazine. So while it's not like super special, it does give a paint job for power armor. And I don't think I'll do a power armor guy right off the bat. I might just wait for. I don't know if I want to do it, if I'm gonna do a power armor guy at all. I know I'm definitely shush. I know I'm definitely not gonna cover up my guy's face though. I think beautiful man. He's not. He's gonna wear his glasses proud. Sure,
I'd be glad to help.
wherever
Just
you wanted.
tell me what you need.
Well, for starters, we could use some real beds. We've been sleeping on the ground for too long. Just make sure we can sleep with a roof
You
over
literally
our
got
heads.
here and there was
Some of these
beds.
old houses still look solid enough to do the trick. There's a workbench over there you can use. Give me a holler if you need anything.
Yeah, I've already built all the stuff you need.
Sturgis.
I like it. Having a place to sleep will improve everyone's spirits. What we need now is a reliable source of.
Yep,
I'm on it. Clean water?
I already gave you guys clean water a
Water
while
already.
ago.
No, we have. I hope you don't. If we're gonna.
Uh-huh.
I've already planted
Good
crops
deal.
for you guys.
Hey,
I'm
Sturgis.
10 steps ahead
This
of you.
place is starting to feel like home. Now that we can grow our own food,
Ooh,
I think
excuse
we
me.
can really make a go with this. Trouble is, what we need is the.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm on it.
Thanks.
I
Thanks for doing that.
I've done all
It
this
won't
stuff
be
for you
better
guys
now
already.
knowing we have some defenses set up. It's
Uh-huh.
been a long road.
I was glad to
I
help.
will be
Well, I
honest, if
appreciate
you've
it.
already
Of
done
course,
like
you know you're
all
welcome
the
to
like
windows.
points and stuff, this mission can kind of glitch out on its own. Oh, I got an achievement for that. I guess I never completed that on my own. But that can kind of glitch out and it will like be like, "Oh, hey, you haven't done this." But anyways, back to what I was saying before I got interrupted by whatever his name is. There's a Hot Rod magazine, and if I remember correctly, there's also a Fat Man and a Mini Nuke I can pick up at the same place. And there should be some. There should be three tins of caps. Yeah, are those little like cap tins? There should be about three of them in a water pump that you can shut off. I think there's the only enemies around it should be raiders and some mole rats. Oh, and I guess this feral or wild mongrel. Um, what else can I say? Oh, yeah, the poll that I put up. Not many people have voted on it, and the three people that, yeah, three people last I checked did. It seems Brotherhood of Steel might be the winner. I'll leave it up for a few more days, but if I don't see any extra votes on it, then I'll probably just end up doing a Brotherhood of Steel playthrough, which is fine by me. I'm already doing a bunch of the side quest stuff anyways. But here's those caps I was talking about. You just turn this thing up, or not up, but off, and then you follow up here, and then it'll lead you to this water purifier. You turn it, or you open it up, and some caps. And there's also this guy with a revolver. And then if you jump up here, there's gonna be some more drugs. And then there's like, oh, there's a mole rat. Yeah, there's the mole rats I was talking about. There's like 4 or 5 of them. You know, I wish they kept mole rats similar to where they wouldn't burrow out of the ground because it gets kind of annoying when you're trying to when you're like walking around not expecting them. You know, I was wrong about rad roaches being like the rad scorpion of or not ugh. Rad roaches are not the mud crab of Fallout. It's in fact mole rats. Well, that's rude. Disintegrate. Yes. Yeah, baby, that's what I'm waiting for. See, look at that. A whole other mole rat right there. Just a whole other mole rat in the middle of combat. Let's see. Stuff. Yeah, but there's these guys who will be like right next to that water. Ooh, Brahmin meat. Don't want to miss that. And then before I go to the place, I know that there's. Oh, here we go. There's like this destroyed like chimney hut, some beans, and then there's a safe with a pistol and some caps. And then on the way to the dump, which you can see on my little compass, the three cars on top of each other, you can go up this. There's an easier way to get to it, but I normally go this way because it's. And then you find this little like cove or not cove, but like this little shelter with a few items. And as soon as you leave, and then to your left will be a raider and their dog. That was sad. That made me sad. I don't like it when the enemy makes noises like that. Let's see. And then there's also some other stuff here that I'm not gonna fully go through. I'll explain it. I think there's some flamer fuel here. There'll be this deactivated sentry bot, which sadly, you can't grab the fusion cores these guys normally have. However, there's always going to be a fusion core in there. And if you go up here, there's this fat man. And then inside that building right there will be the Hot Rod paint job magazine.
Nice.
Yeah, Hot Rodder. And this will unlock the flame paint job. There's some other stuff. This terminal activates the sentry bot, which if you activate it, it will spawn in some mole rats for you guys to kill. And then you can also follow the sentry bot, I think, to that satellite over there, I think. And it can help you kill the raiders. I also mentioned there's a mini nuke, which is right here. You normally have to crouch and grab it, but sometimes that won't work, so you have to like walk into it a bit. There we go. And then you can just pick it up. Ooh, I leveled up. Nice. Science. So I get with the science perk or the level 1, I can go make this an automatic rifle, which means I can do slightly more damage with it since I have the perk. And then I'll leave it up to you guys. Should I finish the main story of the game before I do any of the DLC, or would you guys like to see me complete both DLCs first before I finish the main game? Or no, 3 DLCs. I forgot the robot one. But like I said, would you guys want me to beat the DLC before I beat the main story, or should I do the main story then the DLC? I'll leave that up to you guys in the comments because I'm a little indecisive, and if I have a group of people telling me exactly what they want, then that won't bother me none. Alrighty, I did some selling and other things. I think it's about time I go to Diamond City. So I'll slowly walk on over there, see what encounters I can do. One of the things I did off camera was I put a beam focuser and I made my laser rifle automatic, and I gave it a better sight. Since already? Wow, this gun kind of sucks as an automatic. I might have to change that up. I think I have a grenade still. Yeah. I thought I was done with synths. Normally they don't show up. Maybe I just don't do enough random encounters. There was another synth body, wasn't there? Over here, farther away, maybe. Did I turn it to ash? And it's not that important. That's kind of surprising. Normally, there's not synths here. And there's some scavengers. That's the first time I encountered synths outside of like the one mission with Paladin Dance when you first meet the Brotherhood. And I will repeat myself uh again. I am not officially part of the Brotherhood of Steel just yet. Like I said, I will keep the poll open just for a few more days, maybe a day or two. Uh, but there, it seems with how few votes are on it, there's a high likely chance that I'll be Brotherhood of Steel, or I'll be doing a Brotherhood of Steel playthrough. However, after like say the Stardew Valley playthrough, after this one, any future Fallout playthroughs, or at least for Fallout 4, Brotherhood of Steel will be removed from the poll list, as I don't want to do more uh, of our playthroughs that are just the same thing. So, uh, yeah, I guess I'll just have to see how it goes. Isn't there an NPC that spawns here? Also, I would like these beverages and bottles. Oh, and I fell. Eventually, I'll get around to doing Ten Pines Bluff and the Corvega assembly plant, but not right now. Mainly because I've done that mission. That's like a standard mission. But whatever faction wins the poll, that'll be this playthrough, and then whatever future playthroughs I end up doing of Fallout, uh, will be 100% different because I will basically remove them as whatever faction I get as an option for the next playthrough, and I will yeah, I 100% plan on playing Stardew Valley next, since that was the first like actual comment that I've gotten, especially about another game. So I yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have sold that combat knife. I feel like I'm gonna be whacking these whack-a-mole. Uh, Piper's a no-go on companions, in my opinion. I've never been a big Piper fan, so I don't even. I'll probably do the interview for some easy XP, but other than that, I don't plan on ever really using Piper as a companion. Which I get will probably upset some people because I know that four fusion cores. Ooh, maybe I have to do. Maybe I will do power armor at some point. Because I know that a lot of people like Piper. Or I think a lot of people like Piper. If you couldn't tell from my previous videos, I'm more of a Kate kind of guy. And actually, now that I think about it, I probably will end up using Kate as my companion. I feel like she fits with the Brotherhood of Steel a bit better than the other people. I don't know why I feel like she fits with the Brotherhood of Steel, but I think she does. Or at least after she's not, like, drugged up.
That's it.
Hmm. I think, but the plan for Diamond City, at least, is to get some experience from doing the Piper side quest, have access to more shops and whatnot, and then from there, I'll probably I'm gonna hold back on the Nick Valentine quest simply because I I don't want to. I don't think I can really I'm like what, level 10? Yeah. I don't think it'll go well if I try and do that now. And plus, I'm gonna admit I don't care for Nick Valentine that much. I'm sorry, Nick Valentine fans. I hope you don't crucify me, but Nick's just not my favorite. Uh, I think th- I really like settlement building, but unless if you guys want to see me build settlements and make videos a lot longer, then I'll probably include me build or putting settlements together. But for the most part, I think I'll mainly just avoid that. Actually, hold on, scratch that thought. I might set up the ability to live stream on YouTube, and then I could probably just live stream. What is going on? Oh. Ooh, from across the way. Wow, this gun sucks. I've made a mistake doing automatic weapons, or at least an automatic laser gun. This weapon is dookie. Dookie, I say. And I don't want to carry too much stuff. I think I'm getting close to my carry weight. Can I talk to you? Can I send you to my own settlement? Hello.
Hey there.
You showed up just in the nick of time.
Glad to help.
You're one of the good guys. Hey, you wouldn't happen to know of any good places to settle around here, would you? I'm tired of always being on the run.
You know, I think I know of this one place.
I sure do.
Thanks. See you there in a day or two.
You, there. Have you heard about Sanctuary? There's a settlement
I
just
just
for
wanna
you.
trade a few things.
Oh. He's also joining. I'm gonna take your money and your ammo, though. Haha, loser. Get wrecked. Anyways, back to the trail for Diamond City. I'm gonna make less stops here and there because I think I'm stopping just a little too much. But that being said, I can't wait to blast some enemies if there are more. Man, the laser rifle takes up a good chunk of the screen. I think. Ah, it's DLC weapon. Never mind. Never mind. But I'll probably swap to a different automatic. Oh my god. Super mutants? Really? Super mutants? Near Diamond City? Who would have thunk? Where did the other one go? Hey. Pow. So. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind. I remember it now. Pow! I'm gonna get a different automatic weapon. Laser rifle. I'll keep Righteous Authority, and I'll probably build one of those like weapon things to like store it. But I think for the most part, I'll probably see what Arturo or Arturo is selling. Is that his name, Arturo? Arturo? Yeah, whatever that guy, whatever the gun guy in Diamond City is selling. Hey, you're so Sanctuary's the other way. Whatever floats your boat. If you want to get attacked by raiders and mutants, go ahead. I think, yeah, this video is probably going to be cut or going to be kind of short. Um, like other than like doing missions, I don't really know what else I could do to like kind of do a bunch of content that isn't like the boring stuff. Cause I understand that a lot of people probably don't want to watch me walk from location to location and have me like yap in their ear for like hours on end. It'll probably be a while before I do another hour-long video. I think once I find the rhythm to how I do these videos, I'll probably get good. But I think for the most part, settlement building and like other stuff are. I think settlement building, I'm probably just not gonna show at all. I'll probably do videos dedicated to exploring and leveling up. I think this will probably be the last video where I just sit and yap for a while during a mission.
You can't open the gate.
Oop, hello, Piper.
Stop playing around, Danny. I'm standing out in the open here for crying out loud.
I got orders not to let you in, Miss Piper. I'm sorry. I'm just doing my job.
Ooh, just doing your job. Protecting Diamond City means keeping me out, is that it? Oh, look, it's the scary reporter.
I'm
You mean
sorry,
he looks scary?
but Mayor McDonough's really steamed, Piper. Saying that article you wrote was all lies. The whole city's in a tizzy.
Ugh. You open this gate right now, Danny Sullivan. I live here. You can't just lock me out.
But he can lock you out. He just did.
I know you're listening, Danny. Open the gate. You want into Diamond City, right?
Just passing
Just
through.
traveling through.
What's that? You said you're a trader up from Quincy? You have enough supplies to keep the general store stocked for a whole month? You hear that, Danny? You gonna open the gate and let us in, or are you gonna be the one talking to crazy Myrna about losing out on all the supplies?
This is why I hate
It's
Piper.
all right. Need to make
Just
it
gonna
personal.
say it right there.
Give me a minute.
Real annoying.
Better head inside quick before old Danny catches on to the bluff.
God.
I don't take orders from you.
Whoa, take it easy. Yikes. You,
Yeah,
come along whenever you're ready.
I will. Annoying reporter.
Piper, who let you back inside? I told Sullivan to keep that gate shut. You deviant,
This rebel rousing
rabble-rousing
slanderer.
The
The level of
dishonesty
dishonesty.
in that paper of yours. I'll have that printer scrapped for parts.
Ooh, that a statement, Mr. McDonough? Tyrant mayor shuts down the press. Why don't we ask the newcomer? You support the news? Because the mayor's threatened to throw free speech in the dumpster.
I in fact hate the news, actually.
Newspapers just like to stir up trouble.
Oh, I didn't mean to bring
I
you
also
into this
dislike both
argument, good sir.
NPCs in this
No,
conversation.
no. You look like Diamond City material. Welcome to the great green jewel of the Commonwealth. Safe, happy, a fine place to come. Spend your money. Settle down. Don't let this muckraker here tell you otherwise, all right?
This hasn't been the friendliest welcome.
He's got you there, McDonough. Guess not everyone gets won over by that shark smile of yours.
Now, was there anything particular you came to our city for?
Drugs.
Not really your business.
Well, whatever you do, don't bother going to Diamond City Security.
God, you're
I've
annoying.
had enough of this, Piper. From now on,
I
consider
cannot
you and
look
that
at
little
Piper
sister
without
of
being like,
yours
ugh,
on
this
notice.
annoying
Yeah,
character
keep talking,
again.
McDonough. That's all you're good for. A big Diamond City welcome from the mayor. You feel honored yet?
Okay, I'm gonna skip whatever
Like I had
dialogue
that
you
said
have.
then,
But there we go. Mayor McDough, move. I know it's Mayor McDonough, but I hate him. I don't like him either. Boop. Yeah, I didn't realize you could do this. Control. If you're playing with controller, you can just click like X or whatever the PlayStation equivalent is. I'm using an Xbox controller. Wow. What a lovely place. Who are you? Oh, just a resident. There's my guy. This guy right here.
It's the new guy. That's you, right?
Depends on who's asking.
Name's Arturo. I sell protection if you're looking to buy.
Yeah, sure.
Let's see what you have.
Everything hand tooled.
Let's see. Do you have any better weapons? No. Automatic piercing. Ah, I already sold all my 45. Dang it. Hmm. Combat rifle is also 45. Can you make combat rifles automatic? I think so. Hmm. Trying to think. You know what? I already sold all my shotgun shells, even though I had quite a bit. But let's do an automatic shotgun, because why not? And because I have no real reason to. I kind of just want it as a Actually, yeah, if I'm doing a kind of like kick down the door kind of character, then I could probably just stick to a shotgun. And I can make it automatic to do some damage. That would be pretty cool. I don't use Molotov cocktails, and I don't. Yeah, I'm not gonna use land or mines. Never been able to get the hang of using them effectively. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's it for you. Uh, over here, yes. Ooh, don't mind if I yes.
I don't know you. Just keep your distance.
One Statue of David impression coming up.
Good. Good. Now, just to answer me one simple question. Are you human? Because I will not serve a synth.
No, I'm Jangles, the moon monkey.
That's just what a synth would do. Ducking the question. We don't serve your kind here.
Myrna.
I said we don't serve your kind here, you synth. Trying to tell me you're human now?
Human as the day I was born.
Well, you do look human enough. But I'll be watching you. I have eyes like a... Well, they're good eyes. Got it? All right. We can do business, but no funny stuff.
There's a reason why you're the one NPC that sells stuff that I don't buy stuff from.
Let's see what you
And
got.
I just remembered why.
Everything you need.
And no, you don't have everything I need. I'll take those. You got shotgun shells too? Yeah, yeah, you do. Hmm. Ooh, do I have any money? Money, money, money. Something, something's funny. Ooh, boy, I can sell some this stuff. Because I know for a fact I'm not going to use some of this. Like, ever. Now that I think about it, I really don't use a lot of this stuff, even though I probably should. Then I'll probably regret selling all of this later. No, I'll keep. Actually, no. I'll keep the melons. Moldy food, mole rat, dog. Um, I'll sell most of those. Sell these. Okay, this is offering quite a bit. Aw, too much stuff. I'll take those back. Thanks for all your money, loser. For a minute, I thought that was Arturo actually using the weapon bench. I don't really got much else I want to do currently. So I think I'm gonna keep this video short and leave it here. So if you like the video, think about leaving a comment or two, like and subscribe, and yeah. Uh, have a good night, good day, good morning, and toodles.